Hey guys, Tamikaze here, and today in this video I want to talk about the in-game menu system. Now last video that I did, I talked about the character classes, and there are 5 unique character classes, and how really no other mod beside the previous Realism mod has had distinct character classes in it. But I left out one important feature of each character in the last video, and that is that each character class gets an XP buff based on what kind of weapons that they use. So with the assault class, we'll get more experience per kill based on using if they use SMGs or assault rifles. The tank class will get an XP buff if they use LMGs. The Breacher class gets an XP buff when they use shotguns. The Medic class gets an XP buff when they use sniper rifles. And then the Demo class, of course, when they use anything explosive, they get more experience. So that might be something to think about also when you're choosing your class, like what guns you might want to use more. Will determine, which character class you go with, and then in turn, just being conscious of which weapons you're using too to give yourself the maximum amount of experience. So that's something that I forgot to cover in the last video. I want to make sure I did it now for you guys, just so you know that we are trying to think of as many different things as we possibly can. So for the sake of this video, the in-game menu system. Now you may notice when I've run around here that there is a lack of perk machines or any type of an upgrade machine, a PAP machine. And that's all done in our in-game menu. And the argument could be made that, well, it kind of takes you out of the experience if you're not running up to a machine and turning and getting the perk out of it. Opening up a menu, kind of you lose the immersion maybe a bit. But the reason why we did that is that we have so much fun custom stuff in this mod, and that we wanted players to be able to access in-game real time. Since we have custom perks that people can buy, gun damage increases to purchase, gun attachments for the players to unlock, and then to be able to purchase or to acquire in-game as soon as they unlock them, they can get these the damage increases and the attachments and perks and things like that. There's different grenade types as well that can be unlocked, and even one character class has an upgradable knife to use. So if we went the standard Call of Duty route, then we'd have a lot of different machines to place around the map, and a lot of the perks and things would require brand new machines to go along with them. So we'd have to create these perk machines, this damage increase machine, an attachment machine, and all this stuff. We'd have to come up with new machines for each of these, which would just be so much work, and we think it'd be too much work for the mapper to want to get these machines and put them around their map and things like that. We wanted to kind of simplify the process a little bit and make it as user friendly for mappers as we possibly could. So we went with this system where you hit a button on your keyboard and it brings up this menu. Well, as you can see, most of the stuff's grayed out, so you can't use it. Well, that's because you have to turn the power on first. So as soon as you turn the power switch on, it allows you to have free roam access to all of the perks and everything that this menu has to offer. So I can go in there, and then since I'm at level 50, I can go to my class enhancements, and I can just pretty much just buy whatever perk I want and all that good stuff. And then escape, go back. Let's see, I want to buy some damage upgrades. Heck yeah, let's buy some of those. Okay, max those things out. Then go back. Let's see if I have any attachments that I can use. Okay, well I can put a laser sight on this gun, so I'll go ahead and do that. I don't think I have any attachments available for the next gun. Nope, I haven't really completed any of the challenges for the other gun. But now As you can see, I got a laser sight on my LMG here. So So we wanted to, like I said, we wanted to make this as simple for mappers to put in their maps as possible. We know that not everyone's a pro, and we certainly aren't as well. And the idea of making new, unique perk machines for all of the different custom perks, guys, do you understand we have like 10 different custom perk machines that we would have to have made per, for this mod? So the idea of doing a menu system where you can just open it up real quick and choose the different things that you want to purchase after you've unlocked them, we really thought that that was the way to go for us with this mod and making it as user-friendly as humanly possible. So that's the in-game system, the in-game menu system. I hope you guys understand the reason why we made that choice, and I hope it doesn't bother you too much that we went that route. It does take a little bit of getting used to because you're running around, and if you're playing solo and you're running around, as soon as you hit this button and open up the menu, you see everything kind of goes into a haze. Well, you can't control your gun, you can't shoot here, but also the zombies' speed is decreased down to like 10%. So if you can just run to an open area on the map and then hit this, hit the menu button, you should be able to have enough time, given that the zombies are slowed down so much, to be able to buy the perk or the upgrade that you want to do before you just get completely overwhelmed. Now, if you're playing solo, it doesn't slow the game down for obvious reasons. That just wouldn't have worked if you can just keep doing that. That would be too much of a cheat. But we figure, one person can group up the zombies and start training them while the other person buys whatever it is that they want to buy, the upgrade or whatever. So that's the menu system. And attachments is another thing, and I kind of covered that a little bit. I guess I'll just go over it maybe a touch more while I'm doing this. Attachments were a big thing for us. We took away some of the perks like Speed Cola, and some other ones, whatever, and decided to make them into attachments. So there's no Speed Cola, there's no lightweight or fast running or anything like that as far as a purchasable perk, but there are attachments. If you go into the menu and you look at the attachments that are possible, as you can see, the laser sight, extended mags, rapid fire, fast mags. It's kind of our speed cola, lightweight, and that's our the fast running or lightweight, obviously, and then a different sight to put on the gun. And each gun is going to have anywhere between 3, more likely 4 or 5 different attachment options to do that. And as you unlock them, they'll be available for you in game here to purchase. So you don't have to leave the game and purchase them or anything like that. They're right there for you to do that. So we did convert some of the perks into attachments because we wanted there to be a lot of variety with how you customize your weaponry. Not just like stick it in the PAT machine like Treyarch does, and it gives you a different a random attachment or anything like that. We wanted to feel as personal and as custom for you guys as we could possibly make it, to give you as many options as we could think of to make this fun. So that's why we did that with the attachments. I hope you see why we did that and appreciate it, all the customizing that you can do in making each gun your very own. And then, lastly, the last thing I want to cover in this video is stat tracking. Okay, so the stat tracking, and dude, this was kind of a request of mine because when it comes to stats, I'm sort of a nerd. But one of the things when Blunt and I were talking about Blunt Stuffy and I were talking about what was going to make it into this mod, I wanted stats. Now there's personal stats and there's weapon stats. So player stats, here you go. This is pretty much everything that we thought would be interesting or important for the player to be able to keep track of. I know some people brought up some other things here and there that would make for interesting stats, but these were the ones that we thought would really be cool. So you can tell what you've done overall in the entire time that you've played the Realism mod. Like how many hours you've sunk into it, all the different types of kills, the zombies that you've killed, revives, downs, points spent, doors bought, perks bought, mystery box hit. We just went as crazy as we possibly could, and then it keeps track of your current match or the last match you did if your game's over to see, so you can rate, so you can like go up against your friends to see who did best, who sucked the most, and had to get, who went down, who did the most revives, who was like the hero of the match, the different enemy types that were killed, headshots, of course, the cool things to keep track of, and times you prestige. So you can make this competitive and have fun with it that way. Or you can just use it to keep track of what you've done personally. Super fun. I absolutely love it. I love keeping track of stats like that. And then another thing is that I felt like was important was weapon stats. So whatever weapons are offered in the game, you just select which one that you have or that you want to look into. The LMGs, man, I'm kind of sucking it up, but and then my monitor, of course, kind of cuts off a lot of these, so whatever, it is what it is, right? But yeah, you just choose the kind of gun that you want to look into, and then if it's whatever we have available in the mod, you can just see how well you've done with it, how many kills you've gotten with it, how many headshots you've gotten, how much ammo has been bought for it, times upgraded, things like that. And then of course if there's any attachments that you've unlocked for it, it keeps track of those as well. So personal stats, weapon stats, just getting as nerdy and breaking the mod down as deep as we can possibly make it. And I really hope you guys appreciate that and enjoy it. Take advantage of these features and just see that we've tried to think of it, like I said, of as many things as you, the player, and as you, the map maker, would care to have tracked in your map. And then as many features as we could possibly pack into one mod for you guys. So that's really what I wanted to cover in this video: the in-game menu system, and of course explaining why we don't have perk machines. Oh yeah, lastly, one of the things I want to talk about just in brief was, if you guys remember the old Realism mod, and maybe some of you guys still do, but if you're playing some maps like Berlin Bank and maybe UFSO, USFO, whatever that one was called, and some of the other ones, what would happen was when you'd get perks, it would be droppable perks. Like you'd kill some zombies and then all of a sudden, a perk would drop. And that was kind of cool because the perk bottles were like, you didn't know what they were. They were just random perk bottle drops. And so you'd see a perk drop and you'd be like, oh gosh, is that the juggernaut that I need, to survive? So you could kill yourself or risk your life just going after these perks, and it might be like fast rebuilding for barriers. And so I thought that was really cool, and that was one of the things that Blunt, Stuffy, and I kicked around, was like, do we have perk bottle drops instead of purchasable perks? But what ended up happening on those in the old Realism mod, especially on those maps, that for some reason did the perk bottle drops. Maybe that was all of the Realism mod maps. My memory, it just escapes me. But was that if you're not spending money on perks or ammo, because what would happen with the old Realism mod was, as soon as you had all the perk bottle drops, or the perks from the perk bottle drops, was each perk bottle drop that you got would give you max ammo. So not only are you not buying the perks, but you're not buying ammo for your gun a great deal of the time. And that's on top of whatever max ammo drops just happened normally anyway. So essentially, there was a lot of times that you didn't have any reason to spend your money. Really nothing to spend your money on. So while we did think that some of those features, like the perk bottle drops, were cool, you ended up with just so much money and nothing to spend it on. So we decided to keep the perks as something that you had to purchase. So that's why we went that route also. So yeah, me and Blunt have spent a ton of time comparing the old Realism mod to this new one, and just really figured out what we wanted to keep and what we felt had to go, had to get changed, and what were some of the best options that we could go with in making these changes. So anyway, that's it, guys. Like I said, the menu system, stat tracking, and attachments are pretty much what I wanted to cover today, and there'll be another video coming probably within another week or so to talk a little bit about what this mod has to offer, what's so great about this mod, why you'd want to use it for your map, and just unique features about it that really no other map or mod has. So anyway, thanks guys for listening and watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.